Hey there friends, and welcome back to Busy Girl Budgets. My name is Mallory and I live in New Mexico with my husband and our 2 dogs. In today's video, we're going to be doing our unstuffing, our budgeting for this week, as well as some cash condensing, and I got more cash this week. So we actually have $1,000 that we're going to be using to condense some of our envelopes. So if any of that sounds like something you're interested in, stick around, grab your favorite treat, your favorite drink or snack, cozy up, and let's get to it. Well, hello there friends, and welcome back again. As mentioned, my name is Mallory and this is Busy Girl Budgets. If you're new here, which there are a lot of new faces around here, welcome. Thank you guys for being here. I hope that you'll decide to stick around. So usually I would start off my video with my cash unstuffing, but the first thing I'm actually going to do is my condensing. The only 2 envelopes I have to unstuff are going to be in my low priority binder, so I know I don't have to really worry about that as far as condensing. So we're going to work mainly in my high priority binder, my short-term binder, and my savings challenges. We also may swap out some things for some placeholders because I'd really like to take some money back to the bank and get it into my high yield savings account. So let's get started. If you guys are here watching, drop me a bow emoji in the comments letting me know that you're here. And don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. It really does help to drive traffic over here and really trying to grow this channel, so I'd really appreciate it. Okay, starting in my emergency fund, I don't think I can condense this. I did condense it last week, so we're going to leave that as is. My dog's emergency fund, I also condensed last week. A lot of this stuff I did condense last week. Let's do the health envelope. So you have 20, 40, 60, 80, 100. I'm going to leave the 50s, I think. Okay. Car maintenance. Let's see. 50, 70, 90, 100. Okay. So do that. I don't know if I mentioned, and I realized I didn't count how much I was starting with. I have $1,000 right here in hundreds that I took out to condense with. So let's put this 100 back in here now that I pulled the 50 and the 20s. Let's see about Michigan. What can we do in here? We've got 20, 40, 60, 80, 100. Whoops, that's 2. 20, 40, 60, 80. Let's just leave that for now, and then in this week's cash stuffing, I bet we'll hit the 200 mark. Okay, so that's it for this binder. Let's look at my short-term binder. I don't know if I have too many things in there to condense, but we'll take a look. All right, let's see. Okay, pups has 100, so I can take that. 20, 40, 60, 80, 100. All right, and so I apologize if the lighting is bad because I'm recording at 9 o'clock at night and I usually am in bed right now, but I have a really busy weekend, and so I'm recording early so that these can still go out on time and that I have time to edit them. So yeah, my schedule's thrown a little bit off. Let's see, household is good, can't condense that. I am super excited because Balloon Fiesta is coming up here in, by the time you guys see this, it's going to be starting in just a few days. And if you're new and you've never been to New Mexico or don't know what Balloon Fiesta is, it is the biggest hot air balloon festival in the world, and it's absolutely incredible. So every day there are hundreds of hot air balloons that are released into the sky every morning when the sun rises. And here in New Mexico, there's not a lot of trees. It's a lot of desert. So you can see the balloons like from wherever you are, basically. They are just all over the city. It's incredible. Every year when we go, I make a little, I include photos in my cash stuffings of us going. So I'll definitely be sure to do that. But they do have a YouTube channel, and they have it streamed live every day there and on the news. You guys can watch. It's just like, I'm obsessed with it. It's beautiful. I have a savings challenge based on it. You can check it out on my Etsy shop, but it's pretty incredible. So I'm excited for that, and my niece is actually flying here to go to it with us. So that's going to be fun. Anyway, Anniversary has 20, 40, Ooh, my fingers are not gripping here. 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 20, 40, 60, 80, 200. Okay, I thought that's what it had. So 200, we're going to condense that. 200 in anniversary. And really quick, I'm going to grab some sort quick. I just like did my nighttime shower and my skincare, and I put lotion on, and I think my hands are just not wanting to grip this cash. Okay, next is vacation, and that should also have 200 because I've been putting the same amount in here. So let's count it. 20, 40, 60, 81, 20, 40, 60, 82. That's correct. So here's 200. That would have thrown me off. Okay. Look at that, guys. We only have 200 left. Okay, beauty. Those are good. Okay, so let's move to savings challenges, which I know can be condensed. That's the binder that is super thick. All right, let's see what we can do in here. I know those could be condensed. These two are done. Let me see if I can condense in the bag, because this is the one that's for $1,000. And if I can get this easier to count, that would be incredible. So let's see what we can do in here. Quite a few hundreds. Okay. 20, 40, 60, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95, 100. All right, let's do that. So we'll take 100. Let's see here. Let me move this around. The key with all of this is making sure that once I'm done with my hundreds are gone, that I still have $1,000 right here. So let's make sure that this is correct. I should have 700. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 657. Okay, correct. So I'm hoping I might be able to finish this challenge this week, because I didn't spend all the money in my wallet, so some of that's going to be going towards this. And I'm really hoping I can, yeah, finish it. Let me see what else we can do. Okay, I want to put, the other day I didn't have 50s or 100 for this challenge, and I like to have the 50s in here. So 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Okay, pull that. All right. I like to have those big bills in there, and I think same for this. I didn't have a $100 bill when I stuffed 100 in here. So 20, 40, 60, 81. And there's our last 100. Okay. So let's give this money a count and make sure that I do have $1,000 right here, because that's what I started with. So we want to make sure there weren't any mishaps while we were swapping money. All right. So we have 20, 40, 60, 81, 20, 40, 60, 82, 20, 40, 60, 83, 20, 40, 60, 84, 20, 40, 60, 85, 20, 40, 60, 86, 20, 40, 60, 87, 20, 40, 60, 88, 20, 40, 60, 89. Okay. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, and 30. Perfect. So we still have the 1,000 that we started with, but we swapped out for the hundreds. So that's it for what we're going to do for the condensing. Now, I think I'm going to save swapping for placeholders for another video, because I have to record 2 more videos while I'm sitting here tonight, and it's already after 9 o'clock. So I just don't have it in me mentally or time-wise to do it right now. So come back for another video, and we will do swap outs for placeholders and take money back to the bank to my Ally account. For now, we're going to clear this up, and we will do the unstuffing, which again, I only have a few things to unstuff, but I'll be right back. All right, my friends, so here's what we need to do my unstuffing. We have my wallet, and we have my low priority binder, which has the 2 envelopes that we're going to be unstuffing from for the week. The only other thing we're going to be unstuffing from is miscellaneous in my wallet. My husband had another urgent care visit this week, and our copay is $10. Very thankful that that's what it is. Rather than pulling it from my health envelope, I'm just going to pull it from miscellaneous, because it didn't get spent anyway this week, so we're going to use it for that. Before we do this unstuffing, though, we did not spend our grocery money, which was $15. We didn't spend our dining out money, which was 10, and I did not spend my fun money for 10. My 10 I am going to roll over. Or actually, you know what? I'm not, because I want to put it, no, I am going to roll it over. I am going to roll it over because my niece is coming and I want to have some extra spending money in there. So we're going to leave that as is. So we have $25 that I did not spend this week that is going to go into savings challenges. Now, I don't know which one it's going to go into, so let's take a look. I really want to put more into in the bag. So, I think I'm just going to do that, and then I'm going to put a post-it that says I owe you 25 instead. That way next time I don't have to put in 50, I could put in just 25 and complete one of the bubbles. So let me grab a post-it. I owe you 25. Okay, so when I do my budget with me here in a minute, then I'll know that I can add like 75 so that I can color in 2 bubbles, or I can just add 25 if that's all I have to finish 1 bubble, since I'm already doing 25 with this. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to fold this in half so I know that I still, this is like half of a bubble, and then I'm going to put that on there. Okay, I've never done an IOU to myself before, but you know what? This is the first time for everything. Okay, so that's what we did with the money I didn't spend. So we still have 2 envelopes that we need to unstuff. And I did show what I spent money on this week over on my shorts because I'm doing a no-low spend. So we are unstuffing from shopping and gifts. So I did a custom order for a bridal binder, a bridal savings challenge binder, and a bridal binder that was envelopes that match the savings challenges. So we're actually going to pull 50. So this is 60. I'm going to take this 10. I had to order some more supplies, and this was for a good friend of mine that I did this. She wanted one of these made since she's planning her upcoming wedding. And so I ordered some special binders for her and some other goodies. And then I'm also contributing 20 from gifts towards that as well. Let me see. And it was actually great because I have been needing to design a bridal binder and envelopes anyway and challenges, and so this was like a good thing that just made me sit down and knock it out. I just got it done. So okay, so that's all that we're unstuffing, and I should have 80. So we've got 20, 40, 60, 70, 75, and 80. Correct. So this is probably by far the lowest cash unstuffing that I have had in a long time. I think my low spend like challenge that I'm doing and documenting it here on my channel is really keeping me more accountable. I am really second guessing, like anytime a thought pops into my head that's like, I need to go to the store, I need to buy this, I'm like, no I don't, because do I really want to break my no spend? I don't think I do. So it's really good. It's holding me accountable and it's doing exactly what it's supposed to, and I'm thankful for that. So now that we've done our condensing, our cash unstuffing, we're gonna switch our setup around again, and we're gonna do the budgeting portion of today's video. All right, my friends, we are back and ready to get started with budgeting for our paycheck this week. So this is for the pay date of September 26th. The total that we have to work with after our bills and taxes are taken out and expenses are $1,231. That's what we have left. What I do is I break this down into all of my sinking funds and my weekly spending, and then a second page for my savings challenges. So of that 1,231, 835 is going to be allocated to my sinking funds and weekly spending, and 396 is going to go into my savings challenge binder. So I have a good idea of what I want to do mainly in my savings challenge binder, and that is completing one of my big challenges. So we'll talk about that here in a minute. But first, we're going to get to budgeting the 835 going into this page. So starting off, we're going to go to my wallet, and this week I do have my niece visiting. Well, here, once this video is posted, she'll be here. So she'll be here for like 6 days, and so I always get like some of her favorite foods to have here. I always make a couple of her favorite meals when she's visiting, but we also go out more when she's here because obviously she's from out of town, so we want to like take her to go do fun things. So groceries, I I will not need to get too many things, but I am going to put 80 in here just so I can make sure that I can get all the things that she wants to have. I have quite a few things that she likes. We like similar things, so that shouldn't be a problem. I'm going to put $80 in here, and I haven't been getting out cash for this, but I just like happened to do it already this week. So I'm just going to probably have to unstuff it because I always do pickup anyway. Dining out, I'm going to put 100 this week. And I usually treat her a lot of the time when she's here, so I want to make sure I have extra in here. My fun money gets 10, miscellaneous gets 10 always, and my husband's fun money gets 10. So that's 180, 90, 200, and 210 right off the bat there into my wallet. So that is a lot more than I usually put into my wallet, but again, it's because I'm going to have family here, and I'm happy to do it, and I'm so excited that she's coming. So we're going to take the 835 we have to budget with for this page, and we're going to subtract 210. So that leaves us 625 to continue working with going forward. So we'll write that over here. So 625 going forward. Okay, and then we'll grab our high priority binder. All right, so then we'll look in here, and my amounts for this binder stay pretty consistent as far as what I put in here. Also, this spreadsheet is available for download in my Etsy shop, and I am running a 25% off sale right now, so it's really cheap. If you guys are interested, I have a few different digital downloads that you can get, several savings challenges, as well as these spreadsheets. I have a few different variations of them. If you prefer to have a cash breakdown, I have one that has that. Anyway, getting into the binder. So first off is my emergency fund, and I always add 20, but this week I think I'm going to add 30 because that'll put me at 3150. So if I can always like hit a milestone, which is like increments of 50 for me, or 100, I like to try to do that. So we're going to do 30 in here, which will bring us to 3150. Okay. Next is my dogs, and they're I'm going to do 30 in there too, because then they'll be at 450. Okay. Beautiful. Next is health, and here's where a big chunk of the money is going to go, because I need $480 to pay my premium for my health insurance, and that's what this envelope is for, and I only have 200 right now. So I'm going to add the remaining 280 that I need to pay that, and that will bring me up to the 480 that I need. Okay. Car maintenance will get its usual 20. My husband and I both have our cars paid off, so a maintenance envelope is important for us. And then Michigan is going to get its usual 20, and that will bring it up to 200. Okay, so in this binder, we are adding 30 plus 30 plus 280 plus 40. And that is 380. Okay. And I realized that when I did my mock budget, I had actually put more into my into this envelope. I had put a bunch of extra miscellaneous money for spending for when my niece is here. So I may go back and revisit that once I see what I have left after these categories. So right now with the when we started looking at this binder, we had 625 left to work with. We're going to budget the 380 for my binder. So that means we have 245 left going forward. Okay. So we'll grab our next binder. Okay, next is my short-term binder. And we always start off with pups. They have a good amount right now with 100. So I think this week I am just going to put 20 bucks in here. And that'll be good. Neither of them needs food right now. I think both of their like all of the meds that they need, I'm not going to be coming out at least or on auto ship for a few more weeks. So we're good there. So 120. Next is household. That has 15. It always gets 5. That'll give it 20. I do need to get Kleenex this week. I'm like totally out, and we are going through it over here because my husband has been sick. All right, next is Costco. That has 30. So I am going to put, let's see if I can swing 70 in here so that I can make this 100, because I know I'm going to want to get a few things there for when my niece is visiting. Then anniversary has 200, and we're going to do the usual 20. That'll bring it to 220. Okay. Vacation also has 200. We'll do 20. That'll bring it to 220. Beauty, I think, has 30. Yes. Or does it have 50? It has 50. Okay. And then my husband does have a haircut this week, so we'll put another 20 in there, and then they'll give it 70. And then toiletries always gets 5, which will bring it to 20. So let's see what that brings us to. So we've got 20 plus 5 plus 70 plus 20 plus 20 plus 20 plus 5 is 160. Okay. So 245 minus 160 is 85. Whoops. So that's what we have left, is 85 to put into my low priority binder. But I did want to have some extra in my miscellaneous. So I think when I did this, I did not put 70 in Costco when I was kind of mocking this up in my binder. But we are going to finish the savings challenge this week, so I'm going to leave this as is, and we'll just see how it goes. I also do have some Etsy money that has come in that I have not touched, as well as some YouTube money. And I'm kind of just letting it stack up in my business account till I can do a bigger cash stuffing. But I can pull from that if I need to. So we will see how the week goes. I also have 2 more people that I'm selling some things to on Facebook Marketplace. So hopefully I'm going to do that tomorrow, and that'll give me a little bit extra cash as well. So we'll just leave this how it is, and it'll be fine. So let's grab my low priority binder and see what we can do in here. And I know I'm not going to put $85 in here, so I can definitely still add some more to my wallet. Okay, so coffee always gets 5. That is for coffee supplies, and I am fresh out of my espresso pods. That is going to be part of my grocery order this week. So 5 puts that at 20. Entertainment has 20. And you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to add the extra money that I would have put in my wallet to entertainment, because that's going to go towards Balloon Fiesta tickets. So let me do 50 in entertainment, because I think the Balloon Fiesta tickets are 15 a piece. And that will bring it to 70. And I think we're going to go twice, because there's a morning session and an evening session. So in the morning, all the balloons launch into the sky. And then in the evening, they do a balloon glow. So they call it a static display. So the balloons stay on the ground, but as the sun sets and it's dark, they light up the flames of all of the balloons. And they do them on specific times. They'll say all burn, or some will burn and some won't. So it's this really pretty display of lights, and they have special shaped balloons, all over the world, from different countries. They bring hot air balloons. So it is really cool. Anyway, if you can't tell, I'm excited about it. October is my favorite month. So that's 55, which means we have 30 left to work with. So I'm going to do 20 in shopping, and that will put me at 30 in there. And then I'm going to do the last 10 into gifts. That will give it 15. So I think that's correct, right? 50, 70, 80, 85. Yes. Okay, that's 85. Good deal. Okay. So the last thing I'm going to do is add up all my numbers on the side and make sure that they do equal the 835 we had to work with. So we have 85 for my low priority binder, 160 for my short term binder, 380 for my high priority binder, and then 210 for my wallet for 835. So that's correct. Everything adds up. So next we're going to go to my savings challenge binder and see what we can do here. So we have $396 that I have allocated to put in this binder. And I did look at this beforehand because I knew that I wanted to finish this challenge. So what we need to finish it, if you guys, obviously you just saw me put $25 in here that I didn't spend. So I actually need 51, 52, 250. I need 275 because I have half of this 50. I need 275 in here to finish that. So we're going to go ahead and do that today. And that will complete my Chic and Sweet challenge, which is wild. That's $1,500 for these 3. So super excited for my cash stuffing to like actually fund that and then reallocate it. So bows and cherries are done. So we're not putting anything into those. So in the bag is going to get 275, which will bring it to 1,000. Let me fill in the balances on bows has 200. And the cherry challenge has 300, and those are both done. Okay, so we're going to keep track over here. 396 is what we had to start with, and we've just allocated 275, so we have 121 left. And I think that means I can do one icon of every single other challenge that I have in here. So let's see if that works out to be correct. I know that my Every Little Bit challenge takes $36. That's a 1, a 5, a 10, and a 20. This is not a week where we add a 50 and 100. That will come in a couple weeks. It is only once a month. So I'm going to subtract from this 121, the 36 I know has to go in there. So that leaves us with 85 to put into our Disney challenge, our The Summer I Started Saving challenge, and our monthly challenge. This one here. So, Disney is going to get 15. That's one icon. I don't know what that brings us to right now, so I'm not going to worry about writing in the balance. Next is my Summer I Started Saving challenge. This is available in my shop. And next on our list is the $40 amount. So we're going to add that today, which will bring us up to 100 in here. Okay. And then the last one that we're going to be stuffing, let me be keeping track over here. Okay. So everything's adding up. After my challenges, I have $30 left, which is perfect because I have a 30 here that I can fill in. And that's going to bring us to, I think I did the 40 last week, so that's going to bring us to 70 in here. Whew, okay. So let's add this up one more time. Make sure it equals 396. We've got 275 for in the bag and completing it. 15 for Disney. 40 for the Summer I Turned Pretty. 30 for December challenge. And then 36 for my Every Little Bit challenge for a total of 396 for this page. Beautiful. Then we're going to add the 835 for my first page. And we have $1,231, which was the amount that we had to work with this week. All right, my friends, I love when everything adds up. We have made it to the end of today's video. So thank you all so much for being here. If you haven't already done so, be sure to leave me a bow emoji in the comments and give this video a thumbs up. Subscribe if you aren't already. I know a lot of you guys are, so thank you so much for being here and for sticking with me. And don't forget to come back for our video on Thursday, which is going to be our cash stuffing, where we're going to finally complete the Chic and Sweet challenge, which is $1,500 that we get to move. So come back then to see where I put that. But again, thank you all so much for being here, and we will catch you guys in our next one. Good night. Bye.